So today I want to talk about the age of leverage. So recently I was watching a video. A few days ago, I was watching a video about Mark Zuckerberg in 2005. So he went to Harvard to give a lecture, and it was really funny because there were only a few people in the audience. So like nobody knew who he was. And so one of the questions was, how were you able to create Facebook and only have like 30 people as employees and have more views than Google and eBay combined? So at the time, Facebook had about 400 million views a day, and they only had about 30 people. While as Google, they had about 200 million views a day, and they had about 5,000 engineers. So the question was about, how are you able to create such a big company with so little? 30 people in less than 50 computers. How were they able to do that? And the question was, because we have so much leverage. So leverage has been a thing that people have been talking about for ages. The philosopher Archimedes said once, give me a leverage long enough and a lever on which to place it, and I shall move the world. So Archimedes was talking about this ages ago, and Zuckerberg brought it up again in 2005 in a Harvard lecture. And he said that over time, technology improved, and over time, we are able to create technological ventures that help the world and are just easier, cheaper, and are better to do. And the example of how, if Facebook was started instead of 2004 and was started in 2002, to do what he did, that would have been like $30 million. And if he tried to start something like that as Facebook 10 years ago when eBay started, that would have cost more than 30 million and have like two huge computers. But if you were to start Facebook today, would be almost free, and you would not even need to code, because there are websites that are code free, and the opportunities are endless. And something that I want to show is that you might not want to build the next Facebook because it's hard, and you might not even be successful, but there are other things you can do. And if you're anxious, depressed, stressed, and you're not having a good time because of all of this happening, a good way to do that is to work on something and use the leverage of the internet and all the tools that we have for free. There are things, if you want to get more technical, you can go to AWS, Amazon Web Services. If not, you can go to create an app or to create a website or to do a simple project. And that's the best way to get out of the anxiety and all of these mental health issues, and take over and take advantage of this time, which is pretty meaningful and important. And really, if you don't learn something, if you don't work on something interesting, it would not be, you can do whatever you want with your time, but if you're able to do something, it will give you leverage. Number one, it will give you a competitive advantage in the future. So be aware of this leverage that we have. Thank you.